and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Rime of the Frostmaiden, Part 7, The Unseen. Today is January 31st, 2021, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including full playthroughs of things like Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Curse of Strahd, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Tomb of Annihilation, and this next Thursday, Tyrant Security will also be completed and being added on to that list. But don't worry, we got other stuff coming in the meantime. And if you are more of an audiocast inclined individual, you're in luck. We also upload all of our games as podcasts anywhere audiocasts can be found for free. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, we also upload our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other up for free as well. You can support us on Patreon, but you don't need to be a patron in order to get access to that there after show. But if you already support us on Patreon, you already support us on YouTube, Twitch, all of those other good places, and you're thinking to yourself, where can I go to help support this wonderful show even more? Guess what? We got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, mugs, journals, and most importantly, we also have face masks. That's right. We have Tia masks. We have the symbol of Tiamat upon all of her chromatic goodness colors that you can get. The designs were all done by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, and all of the proceeds of which end up going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or help support the show, feel free to go again to indooradventure.redbubble.com. And since Greybeard is a guest, I would like to say thank you to Copaxa for the follow. So GB, would you like to explain what happens when somebody follows us while you're on the stream?
Well, one, I love Copaxa dearly. We're buds, been there for a long time. Awesome. When someone becomes a follower on the show, I take this maul and I hit that guy in the face.
It's a great thing. So if you're fresh on follows, hey, guess what? Come on by. GB will ring that guy's melon, and then we'll sound the bell for ye. But that is it for my spiel. So hey Satan, who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Satan, and tonight I will be playing Kuori, my Goliath fighter. We both use she/they pronouns.
Oh, and hi, I'm LizMac. Tonight I will be playing our Sweet Bean Rock Gnome cleric, Lydia, and we both use she/her pronouns.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer. Tonight I shall be playing as Hart, Wood Elf Druid. We both use he/him.
And hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be the DM for today. Let's just get started with, well, not the recap. Let's just get started. We bow to she who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. You woke while it was still dark and walked all day until it was dark again. And then you walked farther still. Pitch blackness with nothing to light your way but the rime itself high above you. Sickly sweet ribbons of green and blue streaking across the sky, coaxing the eternal winter onward. The journey is long, and the growing line of lights on the distant hillside that mark Caer-Konig is as taunting as it is encouraging. Caer-Konig, far north in the 10 towns of Icewind Dale, where the wind blows down from the tundra at its harshest, cut off by mountains and lake, and buried in snow is a ruined castle surrounded by a smattering of houses that fancy themselves a town. People come to Icewind Dale to disappear, and Caer-Konig is as good a place as any to do it. Since Lac Dinashir froze over and the ferry from East Haven stopped running to this town, it has turned it into a dead end. No one would go through the trouble to come here and dig you out, though if they did, who knows what else they might find hidden in the snow. While our main three are trudging through the snow and going the extra mile, literally it's 5 miles to get from the mountain down to Caer-Konig, and you can typically travel 4 miles in a day. You basically have to burn the midnight oil and go a little bit further tonight. I need you guys to go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's spun for a while. That's a 9.
All right.
21.
Good.
I didn't have my character sheet open. 1 second. I don't. My
Well,
character
Hart.
sheet's not opening, but go ahead, please go.
Yeah, it's okay. Hart, you're gonna take a level of exhaustion as you roll into Caer-Konig.
Yeah, that's fine.
Approaching this town, those lights eventually grow larger and larger until finally you have approached them and see that they are connected to buildings. And looking at this town, you can see that there are houses in long lines just kind of curving around roads that sort of make this crescent shape around the tip of Lac Dinashir. Walking into town, you'll go right past the ruins of the castle, which is just rubble now, mostly covered in snow. You can see that there are certain places where the sharpened logs of a palisade poke up out of the snow, just frozen and half rotted. But dragging yourselves into town, covered in ice, and just trudging along, you can find yourselves approaching what appears to be a tavern of some sort, and there seems to be a lot of merrymaking inside. And gosh, it would feel really nice to get in out of the cold and go and warm up.
This looks like as good a place as any to stop for right now. Right, we need to find somewhere warm.
Don't think Hart could handle a bit more of this, to be honest.
I could totally handle. It looks really warm in there.
Hey, maybe they have some desserts, Hart.
Don't get his hopes up.
Well, you're right. But we can always ask.
Duh. Let's go. I go in first.
All right. You walk into a tavern called the Hook, Line, and Sinker. And as you do so, almost immediately you are accosted by the barkeep, who approaches you, Kuori, and he grabs what appears to be a half pint of ale off of the table right next to the door, and he just presses it into your hand immediately, and he says, welcome, welcome, come on in. Grab yourself some ale, have a seat.
Wow, what a warm welcome, literally.
Well, here's what we call the draw. There's the hook. And he hands it to you, hands a half pint to you as well, Lydia.
Thank you.
And as Hart walks in, he also gets a half pint pressed into his hand. And he says, the first one always goes down smooth, gets you to want to order a few more. And there's the line. And if you stay late enough, then you guys can get to see the sinker.
Ah.
Oh.
All right. Yes, you'll order some ale and we'll sit. Come on, everyone.
Yeah, let's warm up.
The barkeep seems to be in good spirits, but that seems to be the only person here who is in good spirits. Most everybody else here seems a bit sour, seems a bit bitter, and they all just kind of glumly nurse their drinks. And it seems that this is about the only draw to Caer-Konig. Most of the town seems to be here, and they have all gotten their hook and are well into their lines by this point.
Hart takes a sniff of the ale and then just like sets it between Kuori and Lydia. He doesn't know who to give it to, but just like it doesn't smell sweet or nice.
She'll take it and pour his half into her half to have a whole pint of ale.
Lydia will just quietly be sipping on her ale, a little forlorn, just exhausted, scanning carefully to see if she recognizes any faces in the bar.
Give me a perception check.
Do that. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. You definitely don't see any familiar faces here in this bar. Looking around, you can see that most of the people of this town seem to comprise of humans, though there are the occasional halfling and dwarf. But they all are wearing the same cold weather clothing, probably have pulled down their hoods to while they're in this nice warm tavern. And they are all just kind of glumly drinking their drinks and giving you sidelong glances. And you can see that the barkeep, he introduces himself as Eglander, but you can just call him Glenn. He stutters a lot, so he has a hard time getting through Eglander. But like Glenn is fine. So he poor Glenn. God. He actually will go off into a corner, approach a halfling who I don't know. GB is how far into his drinks would Wesloy be by now?
Oh, very cheerfully at this point. So he's probably, halfway down the line at least. He's he can stand his drink. So and enjoys it.
All right. I think that Wesloy's probably the most cheerful face here right now. So Glenn is gonna go kind of give you a couple of elbows and say, would you, if you wouldn't mind, we're about to have last call here. So I reckon you could, would you like to do the sinker?
Sure. GB doesn't know what that is, but Wesloy does. So he's like, oh, I get to do the sinker?
Wesloy would know that the sinker is when visitors come to town. A person who already lives in the town challenges one of them to a drinking contest at last call.
All right. Wesloy would since he's been nudged by Glenn, he'll jump up on the table, being all 3 foot, whatever, and he says, "Last call! It's last call, everyone! You know what that means? Drinking contest! The sinker has come!" And he looks across and he's like, "You new folks who challenged me to a drink."
I don't understand the context of this. How do you challenge someone to drink? It's not hard.
I have a challenger.
What? No.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's underage. He cannot drink.
He's got an ale in his hand.
Lydia
I
will
took it away.
reach her hand up and put it on Corey's shoulder and just say, I really need a little bit of fun. And then raises her other hand, making eye contact with Wesloy.
All right. He's like, rubs his hands and he leaps down from the table and, lumps over and, does the halfling sort of puts his palms on the chair and lifts his, flings his butt into the chair and then stands in the chair. So he's, this tall on the table. Glenn, bring it on.
All right, Glenn brings out a couple of long wooden what do you call? I guess they're flights typically, but he brings out one of a couple of those wooden slabs with drinks lined up on them. And he slides one in front of Wesloy and one in front of Kuori. The two of you are sat down across from each other. It seems that all of the other people in the tavern are kind of like, they were a little perturbed about last call, but like, you know, we don't get to see this kind of thing every day. So they're all just starting to get a little bit like, all right, let's see where this goes. And so they all grab their drinks and they all gather around, and there's kind of some rabble rousing, and you can see gold passing hands. You are past your first drinks. It's just straight ale. It seems to be that's the only thing that they've got here, but it's going to be in pretty quick succession. So one for Kuori, one for Wesloy. Let's see some Constitution saving throws.
Oh
It's
no,
Lydia.
Oh, it's Lydia? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, it's
Gosh.
Lydia.
I looked over at my rules and I was all like, let me see, make sure I remember how to do these rules. And like, I heard Lydia go, all right, Kuori. And I was all like, all right, it's going to be Kuori. So one for Lydia. I think that's exactly what happens, is that Glenn passes it in front of Kuori, and it's all like, no.
No, I pass it in front of Lydia.
And then like there's like an ooh in the crowd.
Yeah.
So let's get some Constitution saving throws, y'all.
I have to
Alright.
stay sober so this one doesn't.
Have to drive these guys home.
Yeah, I'm the designated driver.
Mom friend.
I didn't pick
Alright.
it.
That would be a 21.
Ooh, nice.
Lydia swigs back the first ale, and you know, it is so quick that you actually don't really even see it, but she tips the mug over upside down on the table very loudly, and just sort of readjusts herself a little bit.
Dirty
Or it's
20.
like massaging your shoulders.
Dirty 20, just a hair's breadth behind you. Clack. That's the thing.
Nice.
You're
Love
like-
it. All right, round two. Next drinks are pulled up. The
Massaging
two
your
of you seem
shoulders.
the two of you seem to be doing just fine. So, second ones, let's go.
Natural 20
Oh, nice.
for a
All
20,
right.
23 total.
Nice.
And even with advantage, I've just got a 12.
Oh, buddy, that's
Yeah.
not going to be enough.
Nope.
All right. Wesloy chokes a little bit as that drink gets down, but he manages to finish it. But you've seen him sweat. We're gonna go into the third stage. Let's do this.
You got this,
DC
Lydia.
DCs are getting harder.
You got this, boo boo.
You just see Lydia very confidently grab the next pint and just look at Wesley and very uncharacteristically just looks at him and like burps really loudly, like she hears Kuori do, and it's like, tonight I will be Kuori. Tonight I will be Kuori. And slams back the next one.
All right.
Let's get how I get through my workout. I'm all like, I'm Kuori.
16.
16's not gonna make it.
Dirty 18.
Dirty
Yeah,
18. All right. You're good. You guys are neck and neck here. Lydia chokes a little bit on the third drink, has to take a breath, and watches forlornly as Wesley finishes his drink, and then she powers through it. Kuori!
And
You
so,
hear Corey's voice is like, Lydia, don't forget all the lessons I taught you.
one
Don't
of the-
think about it, just drink.
Like you can feel all the bubbles
This is
coming out.
child's play.
the
Ale is nothing but a child's drink. Sorry, go ahead.
happy, smiley, clean-shaven face of Wesloy. Someone in the crowd kind of snickers and like says something about Lydia, like that, and his smiley countenance sharpens and he like samurai glares at the guy, and this big fisherman like takes his beer and moves back into the crowd, and he'll go for the next round.
Seeing that happen, she kind of smiles a little bit at Wesloy and thanks, but I can kind of handle myself. And then just like you see this light purple, like almost frost form around her shoulders by where Kuori's touching her, as she grabs her next drink.
All right.
Round 4. Let's see it.
You got this, Lydia.
I don't
You
know.
got this.
18.
Dirty
18.
21.
18's exactly what you need to make it. Lydia finishes just a breath behind Wesloy. Bam, bam. 2 glasses hit the table. 5th one's rolled up.
Oh,
It's very small.
There's whispering. There, like the crowd was like talking a whole lot more before. It's starting to get really quiet. Everybody's just kind of like watching really intently now. You can hear gold passing hands.
Yeah, Hart leans up to Kuori. Just, do we have to pay for these?
No,
Okay.
not if she wins.
Even with advantage, 15.
Oh, 15's not gonna make it, buddy.
Yep.
16 for me.
16's not gonna make it either.
So getting a little wobbly.
Some ale is sloshing over over the edges onto your shirt. Both of you are starting to struggle. Let's see one more round.
My God, this is fine, Kuori. You taught me so well, and I just really, you're so pretty.
Oh, Lydia, that was
Back
fast.
to the game, Lydia. I know I'm beautiful. Look at me.
Yeah.
I got a natural 2 for a total of 5.
Oh, Lydia.
Oh no.
That's all right. I got a 17. Like I said,
Great.
even with advantage.
We came roaring like a lion and out like a lamb. The both of you, I imagine, with great difficulty, finish your drinks, look at each other, and then tip off to the side to upchuck it at the exact same time. Buckets are brought out, like just they were ready to go. And poor Glenn comes over and he says, "Well, it looks like it was a tie," and a whole bunch.
Who wants
like
to break the tie with me?
there is grumbling from the crowd, and then like when Kuori comes out all intense, everybody just sort of shies away like, "No me." And Glenn says, "Well, that's it, last call, and that's why they call it the sinker." And everybody just kind of starts shuffling out. Yeah, I don't think that anybody necessarily bet that the both of you would go down at the same time. So like no money exchanges hands today. Everybody trudges out into the cold. None the richer.
Lydia is
Hold
definitely
Lydia's
getting
hair
a back rub from Hart.
I'm holding her hair back.
Bless.
It's been such a long journey, and I just wanted a little bit of fun. And now
I know. Lydia, I know.
I
It's
just
alright.
wanted to make you proud, Kuori.
I'm always proud of you, no matter what.
You,
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Lydia, no.
you did great. You did great.
Thanks. You're
I'm-
so nice.
I'm a-
You're so nice. I'm Lydia. Hi.
Glenn,
Wesley.
can I get some waters, please?
Yep, no, you guys are both provided with water, and they make you stay until you finish it, and then they hand you another one that you can sip at your leisure.
You know the water's this color.
Yeah. I'll sit both Wesloy and Lydia on the table and make sure they drink their waters. Can I also get a hot chocolate for this boy right here, please?
Oh, well, for sure. And Glenn gets Hart a hot chocolate.
Thank you, Glenn. I'll take a nail. So, are you two done upchucking?
Yeah, I'm good now. I feel so much better. You know, I could probably have like one more drink, right?
No.
Right?
Yeah, your drink's going to be water.
That first water actually had like a little bit of ginger steeped into it, a little slice of lime, some citrus, just something to help settle the tummy. And he hands you each a hunk of bread to kind of help soak up all of the ick on the inside.
You know, that's
And-
sort of
Drink
the
the water.
one of the things I like about food the sinker is you get a free snack.
It's like the cookies after giving blood.
Exactly.
Just wanted a free cookie.
They have
And
cookies
then-
here?
You're all kind of ushered out the door and scooted off into the snow. And it is a very kind gesture followed by a very cold one as the wind blows right through you. And you have to kind of pull your coat up to you and pull up your hood and get your gloves on.
You guys need a place to stay? I mean, this is you're pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Thank you. I need sleep and then to look for my idiot brother.
Wait.
Me, but boy.
Right. I saw him.
Oh,
What was his name?
Wait, what? You actually saw him?
Yeah, he was here. And I'm drunk, and I'm gonna look at notes.
That's fair. That's fair. Lydia sobers up like 2 stages at this point.
she just sticks her head in the snow.
Yeah, he's like he stayed at the inn, and then he was gone by morning. Just like, I mean, I don't see many people my stature come through. So yeah, but I mean, really, now that you say it, he really did look like you.
Like her baboy, yes.
Was this 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
My notes don't say wings.
Yeah, it's true. I'm gonna say almost a full day. A little over a full day. So like all this, like it wasn't this morning, it was yesterday morning that he left.
Had to be yesterday morning.
Okay. Well, we can't get anything done right now. But did you talk to him? Maybe we should. Can we stay with you and then talk in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want uppies?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Bless Lydia.
Pick her up. Okay.
Lydia has already like curled into Kuori's shoulder and is asleep and snoring. Just
She looks so hard that this is why I don't drink as much when she's drinking.
Is this what drinking does to people? The last couple
Yes.
places that we went to, everyone seemed so happy after they drank, but this time everyone just seemed really sad.
If you drink a lot consecutively, like a lot, you'll get what is called drunk, which is technically like being poisoned slowly. And so you get a loopy after effect that people enjoy, but then
Oh, it's like when you eat old fruit a lot, and then like you start feeling like kind of woozy afterward.
Oh my
yes,
God,
but
of
you
course,
like
Hart's
the
been in the
wooziness.
fruit.
Yeah, like that.
About every 10 steps or so, Westley kind of trips up because he's drunk, but he's so roundish that he just kind of rolls back up to his feet and his little halfling feet and keeps, because he's in like winter parka coat and he's kind of round in the middle anyway, so it's
And
kind
I
of
like
that,
hold on to
you know.
the back of his collar just when he starts rolling. He's like, nope.
So you can like tip him back
Yeah.
onto his feet.
Yeah.
I imagine like the Chewinga probably saw that and is also like walking a couple steps, tumbles through the snow, walks a couple steps, just like
Rolls.
thinking it's fun.
Well, like the Chewinga's got like a triangle, like kind of pine cone shaped
Yeah.
body. So like whenever it like tips over, like it just like tips like maybe a millimeter, and then like its wide like pine cone body just kind of like lands in the snow and just goes like and then it like totters again. It weebles and it wobbles, but it
Yeah.
don't fall down. Yep, just like that. So as you're walking along, headed across the square, basically over to the tavern, or not the tavern, the inn. The town's really quiet. There's a couple of bundled up people that are shuffling past you, keeping their heads down, barely bothering to look up at you as they walk past. When a pile, you go past a particularly large pile of snow, which just kind of shifts suddenly, and then there's a moment where you guys kind of like look at it like, huh, and then suddenly all of the snow comes up and explodes outwards as somebody who is hidden beneath it suddenly stands up. And he's like swinging a wine bottle around like it's a weapon, and he's like, "Who goes there? Is it thieves? Have I found those creeping bastards?" And he pulls a scarf down covering his face. You see that this is a silver dragonborn, and he's just like swinging this wine bottle around and almost clocks Wesley with it until finally he like looks down and he kind of recognizes him, and he goes, "Oh, Wesley!" And then he like just belches. And he grins. He says, "Pardon me, man. It's a bit jittery with all of the thieving going on." And he looks over. He's like, "Oh, newcomers. Hi, welcome. I'm Trovis. I'm the town speaker."
Yeah, Trovis is all right. I don't mind the and he like kind of tries to grab the bottle.
Yeah, he'll hand it to you like it's a sword of great renown.
Okay.
You're the town speaker.
Yeah, don't you? That's who I am.
This thieving wouldn't have started happening maybe a day ago.
Sorry, what was that? I got some snow in my ear. Clock, clock, clock. Snow falls out of his ear.
This thieving would
The
have
thieving
started a day ago.
Oh, no, not a day. It's been a couple of 10 days now. I've been trying to catch him in the act. I've been patrolling. You know, I figure I'd be able to find him one of these days. You see, I'm actually pretty good at this kind of stuff. I used to be an adventurer. There was this one time when I was fighting an ogre, and I thought that he had the best of me. I was bloodied, I was. And then I fucking kicked him into a river. And then he was swearing at me the entire time as he floated away. What were we talking about?
Thieves.
Oh, yeah, the thieves. Yep, been looking for them. They've been stealing knickknacks and stuff. Kuori won't let me hear the end of it. But yeah, I'll find them eventually. Don't worry, old Trovis is on the case.
Hart looks up at Kuori. Just, have you been here before?
I have not, no. Who won't let you hear the end of it?
It's Kuori with a C.
Oh.
Cori.
It's similar, but it's not the same part. No.
Similar, but not the same. Yeah, see, I was worried about that too when you first introduced yourself. And then I was like, this is going to be confusing. But it's all like, oh, well, I'm not going to tell you no. That's your name, isn't it?
So people are having knickknacks stolen? Like small things?
Yeah. There was this, there's this color switching magic lantern as taken from the local inn. He like points over at the inn. You can see that there's a very clear hook where like a lantern is intended to hang. And the excuse me, the tavern itself is called the Northern Light, and lo, there is no light.
Hart is going to pull out his lantern of tracking elementals.
There is also that pair of goats that was stolen from the tavern.
Goats?
And then that sack of pearls that gone missing from Frozen Fire expeditions. There's a lot of stuff going missing.
Lantern, a pearl.
A lantern, some pearls, and
Goats?
some goats. Huh.
Not any components I've heard of. The pearls, yes.
But don't worry, I'm going to find it all. I'll bring it right back. You know, that's what a speaker is supposed to do. I ever tell you about this time when I tricked a group of kobolds into believing that I was a dragon in humanoid form?
Are you
You
not?
you tell it all the time.
Well, you don't know that, do you?
We saw a dragon.
Did you know?
It was really scary. It had what looked like a dead guy on its back.
It sounds terrifying. I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Where were
He's
the goats?
somehow gotten that wine bottle back from Wesloy, and he like tips it back, and it's empty, and he just kind of looks disappointed.
Where were the goats taken from nearby? You said they were taken from the tavern. Were there other goats near them?
He points over at the tavern that you guys just walked out of, and you can see that there's a little goat pen. Yeah, there's still some goats in there. You can see them all like kind of huddled up in their little hutch, and they're all just kind of keeping warm by huddling together.
Hart, you can ask the goats about their friends.
Yeah. Hart just like gives a thumbs up, like, yeah, that was the plan.
Trovis is like fully leaning on Wesloy now, just kind of like he's got his arm on Wesloy's head like he's a table, and both of them are like very unstable, so there is serious danger of the two of them both going into the snow. They're both just starting to lean.
That's sort of when you're drunk and you're trying to follow the conversation, but you don't have any input.
Lydia is still like softly snoring into Corey's shoulder.
Oh, Lydia, baby.
She's put her little hat like over her ears, so it's like less noise that comes in.
All right, Hart, you're gonna go over and talk to the goats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got this, Hart.
We've got a speak with animals here. What do you ask the goats?
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'll use a spell slot for it. He is going to ask the goats. Like he's heard that some people, he's heard that some of their kind has gone missing. Did they see who took them, or did they simply walk away?
No. Is the answer. They walked away, but not like they wanted to.
Oh. Well, where did they go?
They will indicate north.
And Hart will tell them. Hart will give them thanks for sharing the information, and he'll give them some berries.
They love berries. Num 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 num. Goats, we eat the berries.
They eat a lot of things.
Westley the whole time was like utterly fascinated that they seem to actually be speaking.
Yeah, no, it's just goat bleats back and forth.
Yeah, and then after Hart is done and hands them some berries, they say that the goats weren't stolen, they left, but it didn't seem like they wanted to leave, and they went north. Is there anything in the north of this town that we should be aware of?
There's nothing out there. It's just a bunch of hills and snow. You go far enough north, you're gonna hit the sea.
Isn't the castle ruin to the north?
Oh no. The castle ruins like it's to the west, right?
Hart just like looks around. Can he see where this castle ruin is?
Yeah, you walked right past it on your way in. It's mostly just kind of rocks sticking up out of the snow. It has no structure left to it yet. It's just kind of a circle of rocks.
Well, once we rest up a bit and get Lydia back to, where she's not so tired, we could check that out.
It sounds like a great plan. I'm going to take a nap. You mind? This snow's comfortable.
And I'll drag him along. You can stay. You can stay over too, buddy. You're not a warm-blooded creature. Come on.
Just gonna freeze like iguanas.
Exactly.
falling out of trees.
Exactly.
He is, however, a silver dragonborn, which makes him resistant to cold.
Okay.
He handles the cold better than most people. In fact, he probably should be dead by now, with the frequency that he winds up falling asleep in a snowdrift.
So you would say that the cold never bothered him anyway?
I fucking knew it! I knew I was gonna go there!
We were gonna get there eventually.
Every episode.
Nights in the Courtyard talent show. Reminder.
No.
Doing these
Down.
puns, you really need to let them go.
God damn it.
Oh. See, I would, but they're just so frozen in my mind.
Fucking A. Love you guys.
I'll stop though, or Elsa, it will get worse.
Oh no. If we start running out of puns, we're gonna have to start going into the unknown.
You guys
All
are a
right,
bunch of trolls.
You drag this dragonborn. Oh, you dragonborn. You're dragging him. You drag the dragonborn into the into the inn, which is called the Northern Light, which is now unfortunately missing its light. The inn appears to be mostly empty. A young woman looks up as you enter and gives Trovis a chastising smile, just kind of like, oh, you. And she said, did you fall asleep outside again? I'm telling you, Trovis, one day you're going to have to stop relying on the kindness of strangers.
And Wesley jumps up trying to make eye contact. He's like, I'm not a stranger.
Oh, hey there, Wesley. Oh, you've been getting into your cups too. All right. Everybody sit down. She turns around and she calls into a kitchen and says, heat something up for Trovis. He's been out patrolling again.
Hello.
Hi there. I haven't met you guys before. My name's Allie. I run this here inn with my sister Kuori. She works the kitchen.
Oh, I'm Kuori. This is Lydia, but she's sleeping, and this is Hart. Not the
Okay.
deer.
All right, gotcha. Kuori, Lydia, Hart. It's good to meet ya. Are you guys gonna need a room tonight?
Yes, please. Two beds is fine. She fits. She usually it's like cat. She just sleeps on my chest.
All right, I gotcha. And you see a stouter woman who looks similar to Allie come out, but she's a bit more muscled and she's got a grimace on her face. She comes out and she's got a what appears to be a big cauldron of stew that she kind of has just hooked into one hand, and the other hand is balancing a pile of bowls. And she comes out and just kind of thunks it down on the table and starts distributing them. And passing out some spoons as well. Everybody gets a nice warm bowl of stew.
I'll wake Lydia up just for food.
Thank you.
I'm feeding her the stew. I feel like she just opens her mouth. It's like, thanks.
Allie, kind of looking around, realizing there's nobody else in the tavern, just kind of sits down next to you guys and makes herself friendly with y'all. And she says, I reckon Trovis has probably tried to tell you that he's going to handle this whole stealing thief fiasco.
Yes, he did mention the thieving.
Well, we did find some tracks the other day. Looks like dwarves. I reckon that the dwarves who live up in the valley next to Kelvin's Cairn, they're probably just having a rough time. They're desperate for food, for ale. I can see how it would happen. It's not that big of a deal. And Kuori, not Kuori, but Kuori, comes up and she just kind of thunks down a big old pitcher of water, which appears to be just melted snow. You can see that the frost kind of melting and condensating along the outside of this metal pitcher. And she just glares at Allie and she says, no dwarf did this. Someone would have spotted him, caught him. No, there's something more going on.
The goats.
Besides, what do hungry dwarves have to do with a lantern?
Well, the goats said that the two of them just seemed to have left on their own accord. He didn't say anything about dwarves.
Kuori just kind of glares at you, and Allie gives you like a kind of like a huh, kind of like tip
He
of the
can
head.
talk to animals. It's magic.
I just saw it happen. It amazing.
They both make the same like head movement, like ah. Kuori just kind of leaves, heads back to the kitchen.
As she does, Westloy kind of does that samurai squint and follows her, and then looks at his looks at his food like, bleh. This is, but he eats it anyway. Starts that drunken prison thing where you hold your bowl.
Oh yeah, you just like one arm around it just to protect it from anybody who might try and take it.
Yep.
Then I think, if anything, Hart, he's not interested in this stew for the most part. Like, he looks at it, sees vegetables, but there's probably like chunks of meat just like chilling in there as well. Just,
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have like a vegetarian option for my friend here?
Oh, of course we do. Hold on, I'll just go and get Kuori to handle that. And she like calls back to Kuori, and there's just kind of a grunt from the kitchen. A few moments later, Kuori comes out and she's got a single bowl of what appears to be a vegetable stew with potatoes and squash and such. And she kind of thunks it down. And you see there's a kinder look in her face now. Allie will lean over and explain, Kuori doesn't eat meat either.
Whilst that is occurring, Westloy is going to sleight of hand the other bowl of stew his direction. the meat kind, like, try to sneak it over. You know,
I'm not gonna stop you.
okay.
But yeah, you guys are given food and water and probably offered ale, but like I can't imagine that it's appetizing at this moment. And it is very late, so Allie will ask if you guys have any questions, like show you to your rooms and such, but basically tell you that you have the tavern floor to yourselves, and you can go to bed whenever you like.
Kuori will finish eating, and I assume Lydia fell back asleep after a few spoonfuls. And she'll just make sure Lydia is safe. But she'll kind of take Hart with her so as to not separate the group, if Hart is okay with that.
Yeah. Like Hart's not gonna be like, no, how dare you try, and I'm not that kind of wood elf. No, Hart, if anything, was probably going to spend some time tonight to see if there are any friends living in the walls. Every other place that we've been to has had mice or rats or small vermin living around anyways, so, like, might as well see.
All right. Give me a animal handling check. Recall your exhaustion.
Hot damn, that was either a 19 or a nat 20, so the lowest I rolled was a 24.
Ooh, very nice.
No blomps because exhausted, but
I'm gonna say that you don't necessarily find any vermin in the walls of this house, but kind of scratching at the walls and like really seeking them out, you can wander outside and find them hiding in the wood pile outside.
Yeah. He would use his speak with animals again, like ritual cast it. And he's going to ask the vermin in the woodshed if they saw Lucas.
Yeah, definitely. They totally saw him here. He spent the night and left early,
And then
but not before burning something.
Hart's gonna ask where he burned the thing, and then also what direction he was headed.
They said that he tossed it into the fireplace, and he headed north.
Okay, same place as the goats. Totally checks out, makes sense, and isn't weird at all. Hart's here for it. And he'll wait to tell Lydia. Because it won't do him much good to tell Kuori and then have to repeat it to Lydia anyways, so. Yeah, he just goes back up to the room, finds a comfy spot.
The last thing before we left the table, Wesley had gotten a nip of bread or biscuit or something, and he like mopped, both bowls are just cleaned completely, and he gulps that last piece of bread, puts the bowl in there. Ugh, terrible. And he slides the bowls away. Like totally, he ate it all to like the last drop, but critiqued it anyway.
Oh, yeah. I feel like if you watched Hart eat this stew, like, he doesn't know how to hold a spoon. Like, he doesn't know that you're supposed to scoop it up, so he's, like, stab in and then trying to get it, mostly just, like, pouring stew on himself into his mouth.
Nice.
I
All
am
right.
but a mother with 2 children.
Just, again, food all over him.
Just
No,
trying to
that's not-
keep these poor kids
That's
alive.
not how you hold it.
Lydia, when she wakes up, will be groggy for about 30 seconds and then just like very mission oriented.
Oh, before anybody
So-
wakes up.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
So-
oh yes.
Yeah, no worries. Hart, you have a dream tonight. And when I say you have a dream, you have several dreams, just kind of in a montage. The first dream that you have is of just a clean, pristine hillside of snow. And then you hear crunching as though somebody is walking through it. And you look down and you see that pristine hillside is no longer. There is footprints across the snow. And like you look around for the person that made them and there's no one there. Then the dream changes. You see that there is a vast churning sea of black water, very uninviting. This jagged ice flows that are kind of tossing and turning amongst this roiling sea. You see a dark figure sitting on top of one of these ice flows, and as the dream draws it closer, it is a drowned rat that is just sort of like hunched over something. You can see its ribs poking out, drowned and starved and shivering. This rat is nibbling on something. And when you get closer, you realize that it is the bone of another rat. And then the dream changes again. And you hear the terrified bleating of a goat. Just kind of echoing across this hillside that you were looking at before, with that one singular line of footprints going down it. And you can see that the goat is lurching and jerking up this hill, leaving long lines in the snow as its hooves are just digging in and it's trying to like pull or run in a particular direction, but it is being jerked up the hill by an unseen something. And you awaken with the sound of the goat screaming still in your ears.
He has a frown on his face. That wasn't a fun dream. None of these have been fun dreams. Why can't he dream about cookies? This sucks.
Well, maybe there will be cookies in your future one day.
Yay! Death cookies.
You're in the oven. Oh no!
My God.
All right. Hart awakens. with the ringing of goat screams in his ears. Lydia also awakens, very businesslike, as usual.
Okay, thank you for letting me blow off some steam last night, Kuori. I
Oh.
appreciate it. I am good to go. We are all set. Where is Hart?
He's there, but he's frowning.
Hart, are you okay? What's
Hey.
got your goat?
And Hart just sort of like gives you an even bigger, like stanky face. I had a dream last night that goats were screaming.
That's not fun. They sound really loud.
And there was a big, it was like a lake, but a lot bigger. And there was like ice and stuff on it. And then there was a rat, and the rat was eating what I think was another rat. And I don't exactly know what that one was about. And then there was a hillside, but there was like crunchy noises, and I could see footsteps, but they weren't my footsteps. Like how I normally see footsteps being my own. I think I was more like a floating thing. I don't know.
Did somebody give him cheese before bed?
No.
What's
he-
cheese?
Oh.
Oh. It is made from milk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know why we're so worried about explaining cheese to him. I don't know why.
I just hope we did a good job of it.
No.
I'm sorry. I know that was unbelievable.
We need to switch to a different topic of
Oh my
conversation.
god.
My brain is just getting shredded. Case so, what exactly happened in the streams?
Like I said, I woke up. Right before I woke up, they were going up a hillside, but there wasn't anybody there. But it was like there was a person leading the goats. And the goats said that the goats were being led, but they didn't want to be. What
Well-
if the goats were being led by an invisible man? Or woman? Or thing?
I mean,
It's
that's
possible.
Because in the footsteps, but there's no person, if you were invisible and you were stepping through the snow like you were being really slinky, then you would still be leaving footprints behind.
Yes.
That's true.
Can your brother turn invisible? Can you turn invisible?
I mean, I don't know what my brother has learned out on the road, but I don't think he can turn invisible.
Oh, and then the other day, it was right before, well, we met Rocky, but it was when Boy chomped into me. I did have a dream where there was a mirror, and then there was somebody who looked kind of similar to you, but then right as you, I think it was you, were about to like turn around to look at me, a dog bit me and woke me up, and I couldn't actually tell after that point, but it was kind of scary.
Wait, like my brother?
I've never seen your brother, but it looked maybe like you, but Boy, I'm not sure. It's baggy clothes.
That is very strange.
You guys have dreams like this?
No.
No.
How can I have dreams like yours? Like, what do you guys dream of?
Sometimes I dream of food.
I want to
Last
dream
night-
of food.
Last night I just dreamt of being home.
Corey's
Yes.
just gonna hug you.
It's okay. It was a good dream.
Good.
We'll go back home soon with your brother.
Right. If we ever find him.
When we find him, Lydia.
You're right. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
speaking of, your brother went the same way the goats did. I talked to some mice yesterday, and they said that they last saw your brother heading north, which is the same place that the goats were going. And they also said that he burned something in the fireplace, but they said that they didn't know what it was, but they said that he did burn something.
Okay. Lydia's gonna go over to the fireplace. Is there any like little scraps that she can find? Is the fire lit, first of all?
It's lit AF.
Well, I would say that it's probably be pretty late in the day, and typically you would want to keep the fire going to keep the house warm. So yes, the fire is lit, but it's a low fire because it hasn't been stoked all night. And yeah, I would say that, well, give me a perception check or an investigation, whichever you prefer.
I'll give you some guidance.
That means I get a D4, right?
Yep.
I will go with perception because my perception is higher. Ooh, 24 total, including the
That's
guidance.
very, very good. You are able to kind of, there is a soot rake next to you. So I think that what you can do is like kind of under the guise of like, oh, I'm gonna be a friendly guest and like clean out the fireplace. You take some tongs. You take the last burning remnants of the fire and put them over a cast iron sort of like bucket kind of thing that's intended for this to just kind of preserve the flames. And then you take a rake and you start kind of pulling it through the ashes. And every now and then you see a little scrap of paper that appears that it was like, rip, and then toss. And you'll find that, kind of like pluck it out and then set it aside. And then it takes about 30 minutes, but you finish cleaning the fireplace and you're able to find a small handful of papers. And you can see that like on every small little bit there is maybe just a little bit of writing on it that looks pretty similar to your brother's handwriting.
Hart, will you help me try and organize these? It's like a puzzle to see if there's any pieces that line up.
Hart doesn't know what puzzles is, but he will definitely help Lydia out. He is not helpful in this way.
I can help you out, Lydia.
Also, Sunodaishi, thank you for the follow, GB.
Bong.
It's time.
Was it Sinadaishi?
Yes.
When someone follows and I'm on the channel, I take this maul, and even though everyone's sleeping in my house, I hit that guy in the face.
Oops. Yay. It's so great.
Amazing. All right. Lydia and Hart both gather around and try and piece this note back together. Okay.
Hart's just going for like angles. He doesn't know any of these
I'll
letters or
help.
anything. Just like shift.
All right. Everybody give me an intelligence check. Just kind of flat
Oh
intelligence.
God.
That's okay. We can do that.
12.
I rolled a natural 2, so that's a 5.
Oh no.
I'm
Corey's
tired
fired.
from being the sober person.
Oh, I get a-
I'm just still got gunk in my eye.
It's only a 12 for me.
Okay. A lot of this note has been burned away. Really, the only pieces that you can get seem to be from the edge, like the beginning of the note, kind of like the corners of it, like the whole center of it seems to have been burned away. But you're able to form a few words. One of them is danger. One of them is Zen, like Zhen, and then it cuts off. One of them is Haven. and it seems to be cut off at the beginning. I feel like I want to give you one more. I'll give you two more. There's just two Z's right next to each other. And hero.
Okay. This answers nothing, really. Can you make anything of this, either of you?
Can I? Do I know anything?
Give me an investigation check.
Liz as a person has ideas, but Lydia as a character has
13.
none.
13.
Yeah.
Well, danger makes sense. Looking at this, you get the idea that he has been keeping a personal journal and then just burning it as he goes.
I'll say that.
Are you guys doing this in the main room of the?
Like in the open,
In?
yeah. Like this would be like in the main hall where all the tables and such, where everybody would eat and everything. And I think that Allie even comes out and starts brewing some coffee and thanks Lydia for cleaning the fireplace and gets a new fire up and roaring.
2 things you will learn about this party. We are not subtle, and we want to make friends with everyone.
And that means literally everyone.
So I think from the top of the stairs, you can't see him yet, but you can hear him. You hear Wesley saying something like, "Yeah, Utak, you today," like a little snippy, and then he comes around the corner and he's got on basically it's cut up sailcloth that's like a cloak over his winter gear. It's almost like a winter ghillie suit kind of thing. and then his little stubby halfling legs, he comes down and he immediately like starts looking at what you got on the table, and he's like, "Huh, that's probably Zentarum," and just points at the word Zent, like puts his little pudge finger on it.
Do you know where this is?
What were the other clues? There was.
I'm pasting them directly into Rime of the
perfect.
Frostmaiden.
Oh, I'm not in that chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I'll send them to you too. And I think that while we're having a chance to kind of look over these clues, this might be a good time for us to go on a break.
Yes, so
Yes.
thank you today for running this game. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody, see you soon. We're back. Hello, everybody. We have returned. We are piecing together useful information from the fires of the tavern, and Wesley has come to help. Wings, take us away.
Ready? So you have basically plucked very small bits of a note out of the fireplace and put them together. Wesley was gonna have a look at it and see what wisdom he could offer to the group regarding what they've been able to literally piece together.
And yeah, so far he's like, "This is most likely Zentarum," and points at the Zhen. Do you guys know who that is?
No. Hart just shakes his head. Are they nice?
They can be.
Oh. Do you think do they have snacks?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Is it the Zentarum can get you any kind of snack you want.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I want to meet
Who
these
are the
Zentarum.
Who are the Zentarum?
They are a collective of free thinkers who enjoy helping people out.
Well, they sound really nice.
Insight check that shit.
Opposed deception.
Yeah.
16. It's not that great. God damn it.
I mean, that's pretty close. You think something might be going on there, but
By the way, for those who can't see the rolls, I rolled a 16. He rolled a 17.
Yeah, this is the biggest danger with D&D Beyond showing us each other's roles is that we will not call them out loud. With an audio medium, you want to always call your roles so everybody knows what's going on.
So what do I think, Wings?
What do you think? Well, maybe he believes that the Zentarum is this way, but the way that he's speaking makes you believe that there are people who don't believe what he's saying.
I will relay this to Lydia, but like in whispers. So I think he may believe that they are that way, but I don't think that the people he believes are that way believe themselves to be that way.
It do be that way, though.
Okay.
Do be that way though.
I mean, if
I think he's bullshitting.
at this point though, does it really matter if that's where Lucas is going? And if they're north and Lucas had written about it and the goats went north, and I think
It
that
matters so we know what we're walking into. Does not change that we will go anyway.
Okay.
Remember, preparedness. It ensures our survival.
You're right.
That was my PSA for the day.
So
that's why I wore my sneaky cloak.
What
Will
are
you-
you sneaking to?
Wherever needs to be snuck to.
will you come with us to these people? Will you show us and introduce us? They might know where my brother is, or maybe my brother's there now.
You couldn't keep me away.
Aw.
Are you part of this group?
Oh, no. I'm just a simple cook. I couldn't possibly be part of such a austere organization.
Do I need to roll an insight check on this?
I mean, I don't know. Sure, roll. It sounds like you want to.
14.
14? Okay. Sounds like he's being humble. But definitely withholding information.
Lydia, this dude's kind of sus. I
Sorry.
do not trust.
I saw him near the vents.
Yeah. This place doesn't even have vents, and I saw him near the vents.
Just walking around with a grate.
Yeah.
He brings his own.
Look, he may be sus, but he's our only source of information right now. So I don't know. I'm like, I mean, if I need to, I can make him tell us the truth, but that uses a lot of my magic, and I think that wherever we're going, we might need to be prepared, right? Preparedness
Yes,
keeps us from getting killed.
Yes. We'll, yeah. Sir, Westloy is your name, yes. Will you please take us to these people?
Wings? Would I know other than what I know?
I mean, no, not really.
Okay.
Like, are you asking him to take you to the Zentarum?
He seems to know where he's.
Is that
talking
what the
about.
question is? Or
Yeah.
okay. Because if that's the question, that's going to be a problem for you, Westloy. I don't think we necessarily discussed this,
Yeah.
but I want to say that the Zentarum wouldn't necessarily be happy with you.
I kind of figured that too.
Okay.
All right.
Just so long as we're on the same page there.
Yeah. The Zentarum are someone that you finds you generally. You don't find them, but I'm totally up for tracking through the snow to find these goats and whatnot.
Well, that's at least a start.
I'm even a talented survivalist. And he just holds the pose for way too long.
Kuori just quirks an eyebrow, looks down to Lydia. Okay.
Okay. So, and they're in the same direction as they're north, right? Like they're in we going in the same direction. I think I need to get back on the road. When we're not moving and working towards.
The goats are north. Your brother is north. We will go north.
Okay, good. Then Wesley, lead the way.
All right.
Strides out.
You stride out into the snow, and everything is pretty pristine. It seems that there was a fresh coating of snow last night. Or rather, it didn't really snow. It was just more the wind kind of blew everything so that it was nice and smooth again. And as you step outside and begin to kind of gain your bearings and start to head north, you notice something kind of odd. And this oddness kind of gives way to a more chilling emotion as you realize that there are a pair of footprints outside of the tavern. And following those footprints, they are like stationed directly outside one of the windows, as though somebody just stood there and looked into the window and then left.
I don't.
That's creepy AF.
The window that this unseen figure seemed to be peering into, you can kind of trace it back, and it is the window of the room that your brother stayed in.
Oh.
That's creepy, yo.
These footprints are actually very fresh. It seems that they were here last night. And you can actually see them heading off and up a hill towards the north.
Does it seem like the window was tampered with?
Give me an investigation check.
Can I assist?
Absolutely.
So I'll give you advantage then, Corey.
$22.
That's very good. You can see just kind of casting your shadow over the window. You're a very tall creature. You know how sometimes when you put fingerprints on a window or a reflective surface, when the light kind of plays across it, you can see it better?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there are two kind of crescent shapes on the windowsill, as though somebody pressed their hand against the window and sort of peered in.
Oh, that's even more. I have a thing that I am always worried about people looking into my window.
That's a common anxiety. I totally get that.
I just realized how much more I just did. I'm fine, but it's just that realization.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah. She will say this to Lydia. Someone was definitely looking in here for something, at least. If in the minimum was to check if your brother was here or not still.
Yeah, it seems like there's a few people looking for Lucas. Do the footprints seem small, large humanoid,
Survival check.
dragonborn?
Dragonborn.
Can I help?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I give you advantage.
Thank you. It was a natural 19 with advantage. So
These boots are thick. They are wide. They have a fairly short stride. Dwarf, 100%.
okay. 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 So it was a dwarf that was looking in here for him.
Dwarves to the north.
Everything's pointing north. I guess we should follow these footprints. At the very least, if someone's following my brother, I need to either get there first or stop them.
Let's go. Everybody's got their backpacks, their snacks, water.
Everybody go to the bathroom before we leave because we're not stopping.
And nobody likes peeing out in the snow. It's cold. Sometimes you fall in. But
Ooh.
naked.
Into the snow.
Into the snow.
Ooh. Awful. All right.
Lydia will crawl or not, hop onto the backpack pedestal.
She'll squat down.
Yes.
Oh, did we ever describe what we look like too?
Oh, no, I don't think we did. You guys want to go ahead and go around as we're all mounting up and getting ready to go off adventuring? Yeah. You know, sally forth. What ho? Let's go.
Henceforth and to with. Onward!
The reason Lydia would hop onto Kuori is because Kuori is an 8-foot tall Goliath. She has very pale gray skin, almost white, and her Goliath tattoos, instead of being black, they're an icy blue. And she has almost frosted out eyes, hair that starts black but ends in white tips. And she has, for this type of snow, you would assume someone would need much more cold protection, but she doesn't. It doesn't seem to bother her that they don't have that. And she has like short cropped hair with braids coming from the back, and behind her on her back, you see it's almost like a little harness that has like a plank of wood, where Lydia stands up and holds onto her shoulders.
Yeah, and as you see Lydia step up and put this little rope around her back so that she doesn't fall easily, you see she's wearing warm winter clothes. She's very pale skinned, having grown up in the area. But she has very purple, dark, almost purple hair and eyes, and almost like snowflake silver freckles across her gnomish cheeks.
Nice.
And a big white furry top to her coat that is clasped with a symbol of a black raven.
Hart is a wood elf. Most notable feature about him is that he has antlers that just come out the top of him's head. Like all of you who are watching this on the VODs can probably see, I have been wearing these since I got them. He is wearing newer clothing. It looks like he has been gifted a set of winter clothes because he did not have some before. He has darker skin and then what look like a ridge of white freckles around his around the bridge of his nose, but he's also just like unkept hair. You've seen him eat most times he has like old food on him. If nobody like bats it away, he just doesn't seem to care about his own personal appearance.
Cookie crumbs.
And Westloy is a halfling. He's rather rotund. He's got, chubby, rosy cheeks, a little curly blonde hair that's kind of short cropped as best you can, crystal blue eyes, and he's basically like 2 short swords, 2 daggers, rather normal looking clothes. He's got like a suit of leather armor, and then he's got basically the winter stuff on, but the winter stuff is all in layers on top, so he can like flap it aside and go for weapons right away. That's like fencer's clothing. And then of course he's got this, now that you're seeing it, it's sailcloth, that's been cut into leaf and different triangle shapes, all sewn together as this winter ghillie suit type cloak. And basically he can just kind of scrump down in this and pull the hood closed, and he just looks like some kind of bush, snow-covered bush sitting there. Yeah, that's Wesley.
All right, awesome.
Hey.
I love it. This party begins to climb up over this hill. And Hart, this hill starts to look very familiar as you get to the top of it. And sure enough, these tracks are very fresh and very clear. And they just go out across just pristine, untouched snow. So it's very easy to follow them for as far as they go. And you guys walk for a little while. Is there anything that you guys talk about?
Lydia will just sort of from her perch sort of just say to Hart, you know, I know that having these dreams can be really scary sometimes, and it's not nice when you're just meditating and trying to regain your strength and you see all of these things. I'm really sorry you're having to deal with that.
Oh, it's no problem. It feels weird because it feels like sometimes the longer that I spend in the dream is more than the amount of time that I've been asleep, if that makes sense. Like sometimes it feels like I'll be dreaming and it'll like days will pass by, or nights, a whole lot of time will pass by, and then I wake up and it's only 4 hours. It does leave me a little bit tired some mornings, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Time can be weird in dreams.
That's very true. I don't know. I just don't know why you're having these dreams, and it's not something that's always happened, right? It's just since pretty much when we found you in the snow.
Well, I had some dreams before we end up finding you guys, or before I ended up finding you guys. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
But it's not like it's not like the dreams I'm having now. Sometimes it would just be like dreams about running around. Other dreams would be about swimming. Some dreams would be about getting chased by dogs, and those were the bad dreams. Do not like those. Would not recommend to a friend if you can. Don't have dreams where you're getting chased. They're not fun. But for the most part, it was just dreams. And now it seems like those dreams are being a little bit more than just dreams. I'm not really sure why, but if it can help you find your brother, or if it can help us be prepared about things, then I'll take one for the team.
Right, but I just think after we find my brother that you should maybe try and figure out why these dreams are happening. There has to be a reason other than, I don't know. I just...
Lydia, don't worry about it. I'm here to protect you guys.
You're my friend, Hart. Of course I'm going to worry about you. Always. I worry about this one, too. And she kind of smacks Kuori nicely, like playfully in the head.
She just reaches back and pokes your head.
I worry about this one a lot.
You guys are an awesome crew. It's good to have people, well, some people, well, non-humans. It's nice to be around not humans. Sorry, is that racist? I'm sorry.
What's
I don't
wrong
mean
with
to be like that.
humans?
Well, the whole town is humans. It's just me and the humans. And, you know.
And the speaker.
There was a dragonborn.
Trovis. Yeah, Trovis is larger than life, though. He's more like a feature of the town. Not
Like a clock tower.
Yeah, or a fountain. I dream of owning a pie shop someday. strawberry pies, mint pies.
It's good to have a dream.
Hart loves desserts.
I do love desserts. Do you have any?
Boysenberry.
What is a boysenberry?
Oh, it's a little blackberry, and as long as you'll let him, Westloy will talk about pie.
Hart is fucking here for this. Like, this
Hell
is one of
yeah.
those, like, waiting with bated breaths, like, uh-huh. And then?
Oh my
There's
God.
rhubarb pie and strawberry
What's
rhubarb
that?
pie.
Like, every time you're like, it's this, like, if you say the name of the berry, Hart will ask what it is, but if you describe the food that it is, he'll be like, oh, yeah, no, I totally get what that is now. But, like, he doesn't know the names of these things.
Perfect.
Bless.
While they're talking about pies, Kuori will kind of turn her head backwards to kind of look at Lydia and say, "You'll find your brother. And you will go back home safe. I promise."
I think I know that one way or another. I know that we're getting close to being able to at least have some more answers, and I mean, it feels like I'm running out of time, and we need to find Lucas, and I need to get this done, and I need this to be done. I need to go back to my life.
I will help you see this through. Then we will go back to how things were, yes?
Yeah, of course.
Pinky promise. She'll reach back to do a little pinky promise.
And she'll pinky promise back.
It's like the size difference is like an
Ow,
8
ow,
foot tall
ow.
person's.
Too hard,
eyes
Courtney,
are-
too hard.
I'm not even squeezing.
Like Lydia can't even like curl her pinky. She just kind of has to stick it in there. Yeah. Bless. Okay. These conversations go on. Hart and Westloy bond over pie. Lydia and Kuori kind of renew their promises to each other. At about a quarter mile outside of town, these tracks roll up to some different tracks and disappear. Now these different tracks appear to, they have like kind of two ruts, and then a much larger set of tracks in between them, as though a large creature were pushing or pulling a sled of some sort. You can give me a survival check to try and identify this.
I will lend assistance to Kuori since I'm on her back.
I got a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, no clue what this could be, but they're much bigger than the dwarf is.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
It's funny because I was like, wow, that was so close to a natural 20. Let me roll again with advantage. And it was a natural 20. I got excited, sorry.
Corey, you kind of measure the tracks with the span of your hand, and kind of looking at those, and then kind of squinting off into the distance. You can say very dramatically, "These are ogre tracks."
These are ogre tracks.
Oh, very good, perfect. That's exactly how I imagined.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And he looks up at Corey and just kind of cuts off and waves.
It
ogres.
hurts if I fall on you, I promise.
I imagine.
Oh, the smaller you are, the harder they fall on top of you.
Yes. Yes.
But yes, these tracks kind of go off in a slightly different direction, more west. And looking at them, they even kind of line up a little bit with the mountain. Kelvin's Cairn off in the distance.
I'll let them know that. Ogres are
Like onions?
no,
They'll make you cry.
out of pain.
Okay, well, if ogres, how fresh are the tracks?
These still seem pretty fresh.
Maybe we should try to be quiet and see if we can catch up with them if they're going in the same direction that we're going? Should we
I can try.
be quiet and sneaky?
Looks at disadvantage. I can try.
I can dash ahead and scout. And literally this whole time, to keep up with Corey's strides, poor Westloy has had to like dash every few rounds because the speed, his halfling speed is shorter. Is yeah. So every once in a while he's got to like flip, and he does. He just like flip real fast. Like
That's why we installed this back brace on this thing. You know?
Exactly.
Poor Westloy has to rubber band towards you guys like a lazy dog on a leash.
Yeah.
And the pie talk goes because, of course, Hart is faster than all of us.
Yeah, oh man, Hart's been hanging behind. Like you have, like he is your walking buddy. If you keep talking about pie, he's here for this.
Got the most interesting conversation.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys gonna stealthily follow these ogre tracks now?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to send Westloy in front, yeah?
All right, cool. Yeah, it's send him off to sort of scout ahead.
Yeah.
All right, Westloy, give me a stealth check then. He can sort of meander a little ways ahead of you guys and like give you guys like signals if he happens to see anything.
27.
That's fantastic, Wesley. Holy shit, you're a sneaky bastard. Okay.
Like I said, squats and he looks like a bush, and
he disappears. And the thing is that the glare off of the snow, that like you can only really see him when he's moving, and even then, like the glare off of the snow, like he just blends so well in. If you lose track of him for even for a second, he's basically gone. But you follow these tracks ahead of them, and every now and then you can come back and give them an update on what's going on. I'm sure more conversation is had for a bit until Wesloy, you start to realize that the wind has started to blow snow into these tracks and started to fill them a little bit. And the farther you go, the more scarce these tracks become, the more scant and shallow they are, until finally they are just completely gone.
And
But Kuori, your survival instinct can tell you, like, even an ogre needs to rest at some point. They can't be much farther from here, but you won't have the tracks to help you much farther. These tracks went a little bit towards the mountains and actually veered off towards the north into the foothills, just sort of at the base of Caer-Konig. Not Caer. Kelvin's Cairn. Goodness, everything has very similar sounding names. In the foothills of this area, they start kind of like jutting up out of the ground. There's some real elevation to these that almost mountains, but not quite.
Yeah, the tracks disappear. Just the wind.
So I'm trying to look at the maps that we have real quick just to see.
Sure. Basically, just kind of look at the hills off to the right of the mountain and to the north of Caer-Konig.
So there's the snow hills.
Yeah, just in the snow hills there.
Okay. For some reason, in my mind, we're heading towards the Rocky Mountains. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no, not that direction. You're going a little bit west and a little bit north.
Okay. Well,
there's an entire lake between you and the Rocky Mountains.
Good. Ogres do need to rest, so I do not think it is much further up ahead, but
do we want to find them or avoid them?
If we don't have to fight an ogre, we shouldn't fight an ogre. But if this is where your brother is,
Well, they might have
It's up to you.
seen. They might have seen him. I don't know. Maybe if we can like sneak up on where they're resting and see if we see my brother. What if they captured him? What if they're planning to grind his bones into bread
breathe
and
in,
eat him
breathe
on
in,
toast?
short breaths, short breath.
If they try to do that, Lady Lydia, we will smite these scoundrels. And he flips his capes open. He puts his hands on his short swords.
I just.
Breath. Oh,
need-
there
I-
you go.
I need him to be alive.
And he will be.
All of this
Okay.
will be worthless if I don't return.
Deep breaths, deep breaths. There you go.
Sorry, I'm just under a lot of pressure. I know.
I know. So,
I'm gonna need a group survival check to try and track down this ogre. Which means that everybody makes a survival check, and if half of you make it, then we succeed. Okay,
11.
no, Hart
That's an
does
8.
not. You're the druid.
Wow, way to stereotype.
Yeah. And this is +2 because I'm actually proficient with it today.
Oh boy.
Oh God, no. Yep. Or not.
we failed.
I rolled a natural 19 plus 3, so that's 21.
That's very nice. Kuori, what did you get?
An 11.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Great. So you guys kind of, I'd say that Kuori organizes you all in a technique that she learned growing up in the Goliath tribes, which is basically you make a big long line of people and then you all walk at the same time, and it basically like makes your line of sight a lot wider. Everybody can see much more at the same time. However, as you organize this and you start walking, you kind of you get that chill up your spine, and you feel a darkness start to kind of roll over you, and you turn around. You see that there's a blizzard on the horizon. You need to hurry, or else you're going to get caught in that blizzard, and you may lose your quarry. Give me one more group survival check.
Can we say with my natty 1 at one point, Westloy's like, I got him, and he's tracks and he's walking around, and then he bumps into Kuori's leg, and then looks up like, oh,
It was Kuori all along.
big like sheepish grin, like, don't step on me.
It
Oh,
looks
no.
down. Quirk's eyebrow. You have to pay for that one.
Woo!
At your service.
Speaking of natural ones,
Oh, Lydia, you were the only one who succeeded last time.
I got a 14.
Does a 12 succeed?
We all suck.
You guys are doing great. So you kind of line up again, and you start walking. And I think that you guys can feel the blizzard bearing down on you. And you keep on looking over your shoulders, and then like walking a little bit faster, look over your shoulders, walk a little bit faster, until you realize that you've been looking over your shoulders so much that you've ceased to walk in a straight line, and you've all kind of gotten a little bit farther away from each other than you intended. Steven, roll me a d4.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
She called me by my person name. That's a 3.
3. Okay. Oh boy, poor Westloy. That's okay. For no particular reason, I'd like everybody to just roll initiative.
Why?
particular reason.
For no particular reason, I just kind of want to have it in my back
God,
pocket.
My initiative
Just in case.
sucks. That's a 3 for me.
Okay, 3 for Kuori.
17 for Hart.
Okay.
Oh, rolled off. That's That's another natural one for Lydia. That dice isn't being touched. Nope, that die is done.
Oh,
So
Lydia.
2. Just
2. All right, and
Yeah.
Wesley, what'd you get?
12. But whoever programmed these dice on D&D Beyond, they do the it's 18. Oh no! I'm like, I hate you, digital dice.
I feel like that has to be on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I don't
stop
want the
that.
physics engine in this one.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I wish I could opt out of that. That'd be great. And then I could just have like a random number generator be like, this is your number immediately. I'm like, thank you. That's that.
No,
but
because
I
then
would
roll
appreciate
20
that.
takes over, and roll 20 is never kind.
We're not going there. We're not going to worry about that. Speaking of going there and worrying about something, I've got that initiative just so that I can look at it and smile about it and have it just in case I need it. So you all are a little bit farther away from each other than you would prefer to be. I'd say that you started at like 10 feet away from each other, and now it's closer to like 15 to 20 feet away from each other. Like just 15 to 20 feet between each one of you. And as you're walking along, Wesley, you turn around to get a look at that blizzard that's approaching you. It is just basically a dark cloud, a wall that is just bearing down on you. You feel like it could hit you at any moment. And as this blizzard is coming towards you, you are actually lagging behind a little bit with your shorter walking speed. I don't think that people in this world would have the words to describe this. But as people in modern times, we do. Basically a spotlight. Like somebody has a light that, like, you know, like the Hollywood kind, that goes straight up into the sky and just hit the clouds that they can travel so far. You see one of those just kind of cutting a line across the sky and moving fairly quickly, actually, like a fucking lightsaber just cutting through the clouds. Something on the ground is just projecting this bright white light off into the stratosphere. And it just sort of like moves very quickly and disappears. And then it moves very quickly. You see it very clearly, just cut like an arc across the sky. And it seems to be getting closer. And strangely, you feel kind of drawn to it, as though there's something about this light that understands a dark part of you that has confronted death and the meaninglessness of life. And as this light starts to get closer, I think the rest of you realize that Wesley has stopped moving. This light begins to get closer. You can see that it is emanating from a form. It is a humanoid figure, bundled up in cold weather clothing, and just sort of stumbling along in through the snow. Like its legs gets caught and like it'll stumble a little bit. You'll see that light go down into the ground, and then it'll throw its head back up as it begins to stumble forward more, and that light goes back into the sky. And the light is emanating from its face.
What?
Hart, you're at the beginning of initiative. What do you do?
Has Hart ever seen anything like this before?
Nope.
All right, cool. Time to fucking run. Hart is let's see here. He sees Wesley is looking like he's enchanted by this thing.
Not necessarily. Like, it's just a strange sight.
Gotcha.
That he is kind of taking in. He's not going to be enchanted or anything by it. But yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Okay. How far away is this thing?
I'm gonna say it's a good checking the stat block. What's your movement speed? About 30 feet away
Cool.
from Westloy.
Gotcha. I am going to cast Entangle on it. So it
Oh.
needs to make a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Okay. It can do that. An 8 on the die plus 2 probably isn't gonna do it with a flat 10.
That is correct. That does fail. It says grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground, but I don't think that there are going to be any weeds or vines nearby. So I think Hart plants his quarterstaff into the snow, and it's actually the snow and ice that sort of coalesce into grabby bits, like wrap around this creature's legs, and will restrain them. And then Hart is just going to yell over the blizzard. Just, what is that? I don't like this. We need to go.
Do I know what this is?
And Hart is going to then turn around and move his movement speed away from this thing, but still making sure that he's far enough away from his friends that he can still be useful in case anything goes wrong.
I'd say Arcana or History for Kuori to try and identify what this thing is. Either from her readings or from the oral history of her tribe.
Non-natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Lydia could potentially know as well.
Kuori, you have heard tales of the walking corpses that emit light from their faces. These are the sacrifices to Oral. They have died in despair, and now they wander the tundra, burning with the frigid fury at the meaninglessness of life. They emit a spectral light so intense that mortal eyes can barely stand to look at them. And these, you may know yourself as the chosen of Oral, but these are the true chosen of Oral. These are the ones that have found themselves beneath her wings and have found no warmth there. And as you are thinking this to yourself, this cold light walker, as they are known, stumbles forward, gets kind of caught in the snow, and you can see it kind of slump its shoulders in kind of dejection, as though it's given up. And then you see its head snap up towards Wesloy and fix him with that beam. Wesloy, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Give me
18.
Was that?
18.
18, very good. You see that that light fills your eyes, and you it burns. You throw your hand up to protect yourself, and you are not blinded this round. But God, don't look at that. That hurts.
Don't go
And-
into the light this time.
Do not go into the light. It's gonna use its action to try and become no longer entangled. A 19 probably would do it, Hart. Can't hear you.
To hit me? Oh, yeah.
Oh, not to hit you, to escape
Oh, yes.
from the
but
from the entanglement.
Yes, but it has to use its action.
Yes.
So
That's
if
fine.
it already used action for the light thing...
That's a bonus action.
Oh, that's good. That's fine. Yep, it's free. Time to run. Oh, look at that.
An entangle does leave difficult terrain, though,
does
right?
not.
It does not?
Nope.
Oh, motherfucker, he's coming. Oh, Lord, he's
Oh
coming.
no, he coming.
It's going to basically it kind of was pulled in under you ever step into chunky snow that you can tell that it's ice at the top and it's still soft underneath. It yanks its foot out of that snow and kind of like digs its knee in and then yanks the other foot out, and it kind of crawls forward a little bit before finally like just sort of rolling to its feet. And you see that light just flash across the sky and fix itself back onto Westloy, and it's going to stumble towards him. Its arms slack and its head just like a predator fixed on him. It's going to close the distance between the two of you and end its turn because it can't do anything else. But it is now within melee range of you. Leaving without disengaging is going to provoke. Westloy, it is your turn.
With a flourish and a flash, the both short swords come out and just wink, wink. I'll give him a couple double hacks here. Short sword. Oh, you bastard! 19-1.
19 totally hits.
Nope, I got a 1. It was
Oh.
19, and then it rolled over. I ended up with a 7. all
Oh
told.
no. Oh, a 17's not gonna hit.
But
you do
the
have
s-
2 short swords, yes?
Yep, the second sword, 24. Non-natty. Dirty
100% hits. Absolutely. Let's see some
24.
damage.
Alright. Short sword damage. Okay, that is 6 plus. Oh, I don't have sneak attack currently, so that's it.
All right, just 6.
Yep.
Oh, okie doke. So your first sword just kind of like bounces off of its frigid body, and you hear the other one go into its gut with like a crunch and like the snapping and popping of ice as like that sword digs into it, and it just kind of leans into that sword as it like peers down at you, and that light is just on you like a spotlight.
As my interaction, my headband that I had tied around like a do-rag kind of thing, he pulls down and it's got little slits in it. It becomes like sunglasses, almost wintry sunglasses, and
Love it.
and very bandit looking at the same time.
All right. I am willing to give you advantage on further Constitution saving throws against being blinded by this creature.
Sweet.
Kuori, it's your turn.
Yes. How far away is it? 30 feet, you said?
I'm gonna say it's probably about 20 feet from you.
Okay. Can I? So I just got spells, right?
I think you might have. Yeah. No, it's third level, right?
Yeah, I would like to do a Burning Hands. Wait, I can't because the range is self, but I would like to do a Chromatic Orb instead.
Okay.
So I have to roll to hit. Please don't.
Range of self just means that you cast it from you. You don't choose a separate point. But with that in mind, Westloy is right up next to this thing, so a Burning Hands would probably catch him in there.
Well, would I be able to angle it? Because the 15
Like
foot cone.
turn it so that you don't hit Westloy?
Yeah.
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay.
Like, because the two of them are like next to each other in like instead of like in front of each other compared to you from your vantage point.
So I would like to she will start muttering under her breath, and you'll see like instead of like fire consuming your head, you actually see like a swirl of fire that kind of wraps around it, and it coalesces all together, and then she pushes it out to strike at the creature, and they have to make a Dex 13
Okay.
save.
Rolling. Don't think a 3 on the die is gonna make it. Nope.
So that is 13 fire damage.
Ouch. Ooh.
As the fire kind of swirls around and encompasses the creature.
Ooh, that burns. Does not like that.
Burn,
You can
baby,
see that
burn.
You can see it kind of thaw around its shoulders, and its cold weather clothing begin to kind of char about it. And it just kind of stumbles a little bit as the force of this spell hits it. Lydia, it's your turn.
Lydia is ready. Seeing everything go down, Lydia will once again, in something that is very familiar to Kuori and Hart at this point, but not to Wesley, clasp at her raven symbol and close her eyes for a moment as a cloud of lilac fog encompasses the party, and she will cast Twilight Sanctuary. So anyone within 30 feet of me, and I believe we are all within 30 feet of each other. Yes, all within 30 feet of each other ish.
Yes, I will say that.
Okay. So anyone who is within 30 feet at the top of their turn, they will get 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points. So I will also put that in the chat here. And then for her bonus action, for the first time, you see as Lydia motions next to the creature, and a cloud of very sharp looking pure silver daggers with purple gems in the hilt form around the creature as she casts Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is. So I believe that casting it as an action, so it'll be able... Can I attack with it on the same turn? I cannot remember because it's not clear.
I believe it's a bonus action to attack with it, right?
When you summon it, you make an attack with it, and then on
subsequent turns.
Yeah, then on subsequent turns, then it's a bonus action to make it attack again.
So that is a 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
So that is 1d8 plus 3. So that's 7 damage total of radiant damage.
All right. Ow. Does not like. That is Lydia. Anything else for you?
No, I'll just try to make sure that I'm centered where everyone is within my 30 feet bubble, but I'm as far away from the creature as possible.
Gotcha. All right, Hart, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, geez. Well, let's see what I can do. Hart is going to be super fresh. Yeah, he will, because he's in the back right now. So he is going to use a wild shape to enter into his archer form for the starry form. And then with archer, let me see. So on activation and as a bonus action, you can make a ranged spell attack hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet. So as an action, first attack is going to be, that is let me check, a modified 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So, and, yeah, Wesley, what you see is like this scared antlered wood elf just like pulls out a crinkled looking piece of paper from his pocket, mutters something, and then his body just becomes like a mask layer over a field of stars, where his the eye that he has that's kind of milked over instead just looks like this, almost like a stationary meteor that's just burning in one spot, and then just raises a solitary hand and just boop, like nonchalantly sends this blast forward. That is going to be 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
At least I think it's radiant. Yeah, radiant damage. And then as a bonus action, he can do the same thing again. Another modified 20 for 7 points of radiant.
Okay. This thing isn't even bloodied.
Yep. Hart's just chilling in the back, just boo, boo. But it looks like small stars from within his star field are shooting out towards this thing.
Yep, its body recoils as these stars kind of explode against it. But it continues to fix that light on poor Wesloy here. Let's get another Constitution saving throw. This time you have it at advantage since you've pulled down your protective bandana. Muted.
15 is the higher of the two.
Nice. Excellent. That is what you need.
Uh,
You are not blinded once again. However, that doesn't save you from it taking a swing at you with its frostbitten arm. Does a 15 hit you?
I don't know. Let me look. Ah, dang it. 15 is my armor class.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Yep.
remember that at the start of your turn, you get 1d6 plus
Ooh,
3 temporary
That's right.
from my
Alright.
Twilight Sanctuary.
All right, that's going to be 11 bludgeoning damage.
Well, I just got 9 temp hit points from some purple fog, so I'm all about that. So 9, 10, 11. I take 2 points. Yay! Why, thank you.
And 13 cold damage.
Oh, god damn it.
And so it kind of brings its fist down on about Wesloy's head and shoulders. And as it does so, it kind of turns its head towards Kuori. And you see that light grow thin for a moment, as though it's kind of like a tracking beam. And then it becomes wide again very swiftly as it's going to hit you with a cold ray. Yeah, you. I don't think this hits, though. A 12?
No.
Okay, so like literally a fucking laser shoots out of this thing's face. And you have a weapon, right? A sword?
I have a sword and a shield.
I think you literally just like lift your shield and that laser just like reflects off of it and blasts off into the sky, and like it leaves behind like little frozen motes of snowflakes where it last left. Just barely misses you. All right, you could tell that would hurt and it would be very cold. Lydia, not Lydia, Wesloy, it's your turn.
Okay, well, and after the hit wasn't so bad, the purple haze protected me, but then the sheer cold of it, like his little curls are like frosted over. He's got an icicle coming off his nose, and he's shivering, and he's like, I fight better with companions. Disengage as my bonus action after I take a swipe at him.
All right.
All right, short sword swipe. 18, 5. So 11. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 definitely does not hit.
Okay, and then I'm out of there.
Just glances off of its clothes. I wanted to. I thought skin, hide, and I was like, none of those things are correct. Just glances off its parka. All right.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Wesloy?
No, I disengaged, but at the top of my turn, I do get hit points. Is that it's at the top of my turn?
Yep.
So I should have
At
gotten
the
those.
top of your turn. So 1d6 plus 3. And that goes for everybody too.
Yep.
So that's
Everybody remember to add your temporary hit points. It replaces your previous pool. If it's larger, I believe you can like either can you choose to keep your existing pool of temporary hit points, or does it?
It always goes to the max, so if you roll less than what you already have in temp HP, you gain nothing, but if you
Right.
roll higher, then it just defaults to the highest number.
Cool. Kuori, it is your turn.
If I use a spell to attack, can I still bonus action offhand, or would I have to use a melee attack as an action to bonus action offhand?
It's a good question. We might need to look at the rules for that. I'm going to go ahead and say it's okay for now. What are you using for your offhand? Because you're using your other hand to hold a shield right now.
Yeah, I would put my shield away, so I will lose my +2.
Yeah, +2 AC.
That's fine. And with one hand, I will shoot a firebolt because it's one action. And let me see if I hit. Nope, not with a 7, baby.
Oof.
But I'll swipe with my longsword, and I believe it's just a straight D8. If
For your longsword?
offhand.
You can't use an offhand attack with your longsword. It has to be a
Okay.
light weapon.
Okay, I got it.
Just keep your shield. You good?
Yeah, I'll keep my shield then. I'll just try a firebolt and not hit. But I will. How far away is Wesley from me?
He started running towards you, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's probably hiding behind you right now.
Okay. I will
Totally move through your square. It's good to be the halfling.
How dare you move through my square? This is my square.
Sorry. Personal space.
Personal space. No, I will then. If I push Wesley or like pull Wesley, would half my movement, right?
I mean, what are you planning on doing?
Just move backwards, like dragging Wesley
Take
with
him
me.
with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. I will still do it. But we'll move the 15 feet instead of 30.
All right. Putting you about 30 feet away from this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. 30 to 40. It's fine. It won't be able to get to you in one movement.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's Kuori's turn. Lydia, it's all you.
Yes. How's everyone looking? Like, do I see is Westloy like seeping blood into the snow?
Oh, I'm totally bloodied. Like holding his side, trying to act brave.
So Lydia will run over and place her hand onto the shoulder of Westloy as a silver magic seeps into his skin, and she's going to cast Cure Wounds. So you, my friend, can heal. Max 11 HP.
Oh.
And then with her bonus action, she's going to have her spiritual weapon take a stab, literally, at our monster. Natural 20.
Ooh. Love to see it.
Very nice. So I need that D8 again. And I double the die. So 4 doubled to 8 plus 3 is 11.
Ooh,
Radiant damage.
Nice. Ouch. That burns us. It is now bloodied. All right. Anything else for you, Lydia?
No, just trying to stay central so that everybody gets their benefits from Twilight Sanctuary.
All right. Hart, it is your turn. Lydia, Kuori, and Wesloy have kind of congregated together, and you are a field of stars.
Sweet. So, how far away is this creature from me? Because I had initially ran back a little bit.
Ran back a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm going to call it 50 feet for you.
Okay. I think then Hart is going to... He's going to walk up 30 feet.
Okay.
And then he is just going to, like, outstretch a hand, and he's going to cast Thorn Whip on this creature. No, that ain't it, Chief. That's a 7.
All right.
And then now that he is standing, I want to say if Kuori, Lydia, and Wesloy went back and Hart went forward because he has a 35-foot move speed, he's probably like standing 5 feet ahead of the party. You see him reach into his own chest, and like his hand like goes in a little bit, and he pulls out a small star and crushes it into his hand as he casts a flame blade spell as a bonus action, and that crushed star just erupts into a flaming scimitar in his hand.
Badass.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then he's like, again, like doesn't really have a quarterstaff in this form, but there's just like flaming scimitar. He's not standing. He does not look afraid. He does not look angry. He just simply stands like this is the correct thing to do.
Very cool. Hart squares off with the Cold Light Walker. You can see it turn its gaze on you. It was looking over at the rest of your party. They seem to have come together. But as it turns to you, it seems to be drawn more to those who are alone. And it is going to start stepping towards you, fixing you with its beam of light. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have to? That's an 8.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate because Hart, you are blinded until the start of the walker's next turn.
Okay.
That's
I guess
not
you
good
could
for
say
you.
He's blinded by the light.
Blinded by the... Yes. So it's going to continue walking towards you, and that beam of light is going to grow thin again as it sort of targets you, and it attempts to hit you with a cold ray at advantage since you can't see. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I want to say that like you just very coolly kind of like tip your head to the side, and the beam just goes zap right next to you, and then you just tip your head back, and it's going to like come forward, almost like in a rage, and it's gonna take a swing at you. Once again, at advantage since you can't see. A 14.
14 also misses.
God damn it. All right, you just take another step to the side, and it just swings at open air and stumbles forward. That is the Cold Light Walker's turn. Wesloy, it's you.
Wesloy, having been yoinked and dragged back and set down, he'll now leap forward, saying, basically he looks at Hart, and there's this momentary confusion, but then he realizes, okay, whatever. He's,
I'm glad he's on our side.
Exactly. Yeah, it's that superhero like, what the hell? And he'll leap forward, and basically again he's got the little bandit mask on, and his cloaks are all flapped open, and the two short swords swinging, and he'll be like, have at you, frozen miscreant. And he'll take a couple good swipes at him. Short swords, don't fail me now. Oh, you father mucker. Okay, that's a 10. And other hand, that's a 15.
A 15 will hit. A 10 will not.
All right.
But hey, you get your sneak attack now.
Yes, I do. So that's 8 right there. And then there is a button for sneak attack somewhere, right?
I don't think
It's
so.
under
Not in
your
D&D
features.
Beyond.
Ah, there.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I sneak attack.
Back when I played Baz, I made my own button.
Nice.
Button.
It's actually under features.
That's a
Yeah.
weird place
Yep.
for it.
Well, that's where your
Yep.
roguish feature is, and that's what sneak attack is.
So that's another 5, and then you also hear, because I've hit with sneak attack, you hear yo ho, and these ghostly hands reach up and grab the guy, grab his leg where I slashed, and that is another 5 necrotic damage.
It reached up to another 5 necrotic damage. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. I think it reached up and blocked your first attack, and then with its hand, and then your second attack just went right through his hand, and you see it drop into the snow, and then it latches into his thigh, and you kind of have to wiggle it a little to get it back out. But like it is just like putting an axe into ice. It's just like chunk. All right. I feel like that's a pretty full turn. I'm ending your turn, Wesley. Kuori, it's you.
It's me. She will. With 30 feet, can she? Can they move into melee with this thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So she'll move into melee. And she will use her action to attack with her longsword. Natural 20, baby.
Oh my god.
Sorry, natural 1.
Oh.
Wow, my brain was like, psych.
What? Oh.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Now I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
Wah,
I don't know
wah,
why I said
wah.
natural 20.
It was
Like,
a
my
natural
brain was-
something.
My brain was like, natural 1, man, that sucks. But then my mouth's like, natural 20, baby.
Amazing. Like just fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Wish out loud.
Don't forget your
Question.
temp hit points.
Yeah. Question. Would I be able to make an offhand with a shield?
I believe that's a thing with a feat and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's getting into homebrew territory, and we're gonna have to talk about that off stream.
We will talk about that off stream, but for right now, she cannot, so she will not.
Okay.
But she will try to hit and fail miserably with the
Oh,
natural
bless.
1, not 20.
Bless Kuori. I think that she had started running up to follow Westloy into battle, and then fucking like yo-ho ghosts started bursting out of the snow and grabbing this thing, and you kind of stumbled.
Yeah. They
All
were
right,
like, no.
Lydia, it is you.
Lydia, seeing all of this action going down, and seeing Kuori like miss completely, and just being super worried for her in the thick of things, she is going to once again summon the rain of silver needle-like daggers that is guiding bolt for her, but she's going to cast it at 2nd level.
Ooh.
So that rolled off my desk. Okay, so 18 plus 5 is 23.
That'll hit for sure.
Okay. So that means it's 2d. Oh no, it is 5d6.
Yeah, guiding bolt gets silly.
And the next attack on it has advantage, just
Yep.
as a note. 5, 8, 12, 16. So that's 18 points of radiant damage.
You're not gonna need that advantage. How do you kill this thing?
Hell yeah. So seeing Kuori completely miss, and knowing that everyone, their Hart is now a pile of stars, and that's to be unpacked at a later date, and our new friend Westloy is bleeding everywhere. Lydia calms herself for a moment and again sends forth the rain of sewing needle-esque daggers that is her guiding bolt, and just finds all the little cracks and crevices in this creature's clothes, and sort of death of a thousand cuts type of deal as the radiant silver glow of her guiding bolt engulfs the creature.
Its body kind of jerks and recoils as these needles just go and the final remaining needle enters the back of its neck and exits through its face, and you see that light flicker once and then just dim, and it slowly slumps into the snow to its knees and then onto its side, and it moves no more.
Totally seeing Pinhead from Hellraiser. Just
We have exited combat.
Is everybody okay? Does anybody I've got a little bit of magic left if anyone needs some healing. Are we doing okay?
thanks to your healing ways, I'm great. And he whips the swords and tucks them back into sheaths. Pulls his coats around. Little half leg, little red rosy cheeks.
Kuori's actually gonna go and investigate this body.
Starry form and flaming sword dissipate. It's just back to scared looking druid.
Hart, are you okay?
I'm fine, honestly. I couldn't see for a little bit, but I'm fine.
How did you conjure that flaming scimitar?
I'm not really sure.
He doesn't remember. Remember, he told us it.
It's me, but it's not really me.
Right, I know. I'm just... You're the most intriguing wood elf I've ever met in my life, Hart.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's nice.
I just mean... You make me have a lot of questions. Not bad ones, just... I don't know, I like to make sure that I can keep people safe and keep them healthy, and for that I need to be able to really know them. And I feel like there's this whole side of you with these dreams and turning into just stars that none of us really know a lot about, and I don't know.
I'm sure
She means you're as sweet as enigmatic as a sugar plum pie.
I don't know what
That's-
any of those things mean, but again, I'm sure it's a nice thing if it's coming from Lydia.
Kuori, examining this cold light walker, give me an Arcana check. I couldn't hear you.
14.
14. All right. Looking at this, it appears to be a 10-towner from long ago. This is a frostbitten, inanimate, frozen corpse. And kind of giving it a look over and remembering from your teachings back at the tribe, you are fairly certain that this can never be raised from the dead.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you guys hear that thunder?
That was
Ooh.
thunder. I thought that was like I was freaking knocking something over, or
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
thought it was
RJ
a-
hurting
not
himself
doing
again in the
Yeah, that's what I was
background.
gonna say.
Exactly.
Art-
No,
Art-
it's just some really loud thunder.
Hmm.
So if I go away, you guys know why. Oh.
Knowing that it can't be raised from the dead again, she'll nod and head back to the group. It's the blizzard still going.
The blizzard is getting very close to. It is basically right up on. It's gonna hit you in moments.
Let's talk about this when we have safety, yes.
Yeah, let's make a shelter and get a fire going. And we got a late start to the day, so I think the best thing we can do is rest now and wait out the blizzard, as much as I know that I hate waiting.
All
Go.
right. You turn around to leave, Lydia. You start to walk up the hill, and then there is a sudden dropping sensation as you fall directly through the snow into what appears to be a pocket underneath it. And like as snow kind of like rains down on your head, and you kind of cough and splutter, you look around, you realize that you've fallen into a snow cave that was previously made here. And it looks fairly lived in, at least for the night. And you look at you see that there's like a bedroll set out, like a mess kit and such. And you look over and you see that there is the pack of your brother. And that's where we're going to leave off.
Oh, thank you, Wings, for running this incredible game. This has been an absolute blast. I know we ran a little bit longer than we normally do tonight, but holy shit, what a good way to leave off. Wings, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. There's a very scary thunderstorm outside right now. And you can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. You can go over onto my Twitter, which is at Danae Keener, and that has my streaming schedule, so go and check that out. DanaeKeener.com.
And Satan.
Hi. I spaced out for 5 seconds. Hi everyone, my name's Satan. You can find me at LizMac over on the Twitterverse. That was just 2 P's. It's right down there. Thanks to this awesome overlay. You can also find me here on Twitch at LizMac, just the 1 P. And in many other games, including many games on this channel, like this lovely game with these lovely people. Also, next Thursday, I think it's our last Thursday of Tyrant Security. But my bard got a second date with Asmodeus, so hey. But you can also find me here once a month on Wednesdays playing Lilith, my vampire mobster, and in many other channels. I do a lot of games, especially during the weekend. Saturday, I am in 2 shows. I'm over at Valdrianth and I'm over at Plot Hunters on Sunday mornings. So today, my day starts with Nexus Adventures, where I DM for my friends a homebrew world of in my homebrew world D&D. And what I lovingly call my telenovela disguised as a D&D game. And then I end with this lovely show. Anything else, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see where I am and when I am. And I also do art and stuff that you will see on Twitter. I'm an artist. That's me.
Oh, hi, and I am LizMac. You can find me on Twitter at LizMacD22. I am the community manager of Clever Play Studio. We are an indie video game company based out of Montreal. And we actually have some really exciting things in the works very, very soon. So make sure you head over and give us a follow at Clever Plays to be in the know with all of that, especially to give the acorns a little heads up when I can. So, and you can catch me here every Sunday. If you want to see more of me, you can check out jabroni.tv, which is a group of amazing streamers and content creators who do tabletop RPGs or podcasts. And we also create content together on YouTube. So make sure to check us out there. Thank you.
Graybeard or Graybeard Tavern. You find my Twitter. My schedule's posted there. Currently, Thursday nights, I am on Indoor Adventures channel for at least one more episode of Tyrant Security. Friday nights, catch me at G Game Nights, where we are currently playing Cypher System. We are living in a space base that's circling the moon. We're gangsters, kind of freedom fight. Well, whatever. Check us out. And then Sunday mornings, you can see me on my channel. Currently we're playing Griftlands, and it's a great, crazy sci-fi wizards anime card game. It's mind-boggling. Come check that out. 10:30 or 10 to 10:30, somewhere in there when I can get some breakfast on Sunday mornings. And other than that, I play Monster Noir over on Indoor Adventures channel once a month. Check that out because we made it up, and we make it up every month, and it's awesome. That's it for me, GB.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including full playthroughs of Ghost of Saltmarsh, Curse of Strahd, Tomb of Annihilation, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and soon-to-be Tyrant Security. But right now, we are going to be going into our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, or hear us hear what the fuck we mean when we yell out Nights in the Courtyard during any of these games, hey, guess what? Patreon.com/Indoor Adventures. We got you covered. But with that, I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. GB, thank you so much for guesting this week. And even though she is gone, Danae, thank you so much for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.